Hello and welcome back to the third episode of Ragnarok Online. Off screen, I trained myself to base level 19 as you can see on top, and I also stocked myself with some strawberries, so if I want to sell them and earn more money, I can. So what we're going to be doing today is we need to change different training ground. You can still fight at the Spore if you find it still pretty fast to level up, but there's something called the experience penalty in this game, and I'm going to be explaining a little bit about that. So the best way to get experience from monsters if you're 10 level below the monster or if you're at the same level as the monster. So how this game works is if you're fighting a monster that is higher level than you will get additional experience that is bonus because you're fighting a stronger monster on top of the normal experience you get from the monster. So what that means is, let's say I'm level 19 right now and I'm fighting a level 19 monster. I will be getting a full 100% experience from that monster without any penalty or additional bonus. But let's say I'm fighting a level 29 monster, then I'll be getting 140% experience rather than 100, so I got the 40% bonus. At the same time, if you're fighting a monster that is 10 level lower than me, then you'll be getting 60% experience only, which is why you always have to switch training ground to satisfy whatever experience point we're trying to get. So in today's episode, I'm going to try to aim to get to second job quest like I promised in the last episode. So there will be a lot of skipping because as you get higher level, there is much longer training time to get to whatever level we're trying to get to. So there will be a actual skip rather than just fast forward. And hopefully today I'll be able to get to job level 40 and then we can go to second job, which is going to be a wizard. So now that we began, I want to talk about one more thing, and that's party quests. So what party quest means is just basically you have a group of people in the same party, which you could just open here. It says party. You could create a party with up to 12 people. And party also gives you good experience if you have a lot of friends that can play with you. So how partying works is, let's say right now we're getting 100% experience from monster. But if let's say you have a party of 2 members, then every monster you kill for both players will be 60%. So the total experience you get would be 120% if both of you kills fast and, not leeching off the other. So that's what you can do. And party quest comes really, it becomes really important at level 70. So base level 70. Because that's the fastest way to level up after that. There's a specific zone, which I'm going to be mentioning, not in this episode, but in the future, where we have to go to that zone and party quest with people so we can level up faster. Now we're gonna begin training. So I have 2 places in mind that is good for training. You guys don't have to go to both of them. I'm just gonna showcase both of those places because one is easier than the other, but one is more rewarding. So it's up to you what kind of playstyle you want. And the first zone I'm gonna be showing is in Morocco. It's called Ant Hell. So what that is basically just a dungeon full of ants and eggs and bats, so similarly like a cave. And that spot is really easy to train because there are ant eggs there that doesn't actually attack you. They just sit there and you can kill them and they give pretty good experience. And I'm gonna show you how easy that is and where you can go from. And the second place is basically Poison Spore, which is what we mentioned in the last episode. So what that does is, it's basically the whole field is full of those shrooms and there's no other monster, but all of those poison spore are aggressive. So when they see you, they'll start chasing you. But because we have Fireball at level 10 now, hopefully we can deal with those poison spores in one hit. And then what we can do is we can gather and kite around all of those monsters so that they're in a whole large group. And then we just one-shot all of them in, using one Fireball. I'll showcase what I mean. So right here, when you get to Morocco, head down a little bit and to the west, and you'll see this person here. Go talk to him and he'll send you to a zone, a new field. And all you have to do is to go up a little bit and you'll see here that there is a portal that's underground. And it looks kind of scary, but just go down, click. Oh, no, don't attack, okay. So head down. And you see there's a lot of people, most of the people here are alchemists because these eggs don't attack back. And the alchemist is trying to train their companion, also called the homunculus. These are basically just a companion that fights for them. They're not that strong, which is why they need to go to places where monsters don't attack them back. And basically they can go here and train their companion and get experience. So that's why this place is good. So that's one. This is called Ant Hell, by the way, again. And this place is basically very easy because there's nothing aggressive other than bats. And bats are really weak. So there are a couple of good places to train. One is right at the entrance, but usually that's all taken already because all the alchemists wants to train at that spot. And there's also alchemists here trying to train. There's alchemists here trying to train below here as well. There's a lot of places you can go around this map. There's not really much danger. There's no threat really other than bats. So let's say here, there are eggs. All you have to do is to just kill them. And then all of the eggs won't be dead because they are actually pretty high in HP. But because of that, they have like 712 job experience and 630 base experience. So these guys don't attack back. You can just sit here, attack, sit here, attack. And that's really easy to level because they come in packs. They usually come in around 5 or 6 eggs per spawn. And basically, like we're here, there's no one occupying this base, and you could basically just take it. Use Fireball or any of the area of effect that you have for your job. And basically what you do is just keep attacking the eggs. And there are ants here that picks up the items, so sometimes you can actually attract ants as well. And ants are really weak against fire. So if you're a mage and you have Fireball, this is a really good place to train because you don't have to use HP potion. If you're out of SP, just sit here because nothing is going to come attack you. So that's one spot. I'm going to train here until level 20 maybe, and then I'll take you to the second place, which is at the Poison Spore. Another thing I want to mention is there is a specific ant here called the Fitata, and that egg, that ant is basically it drops a really rare card, and that card can be sold for a lot because what it does is you can attach that card to an accessory, and then it grants you level 1 healing power. So what that is healing usually comes from a Acolyte class, but because with a card you can attach it to any accessory that has a slot, and then what it does is it will enable you to have a new skill in the misc section right here, and then it will be like level 1 heal right here. So you can actually use level 1 heal in a class that's not Acolyte, which is why the card is worth a lot. If you are lucky enough to pick up the card, I recommend not using it but selling it instead because you can get a lot of money off that and you can buy whatever you want after you sell the card. So look, we literally just cleaned up like 2 spawns or 3 spawns of ant eggs, and we have leveled once at 51%, and we didn't have to eat any potions because we never actually got damage at all, and our SP is still relatively high because all we're doing is waiting for the eggs to spawn. But this is still not fast enough. There is a faster way, which is at the Poison Spore, and I'm going to basically go there to show you. So if you go in the world map and you click tab, it actually shows you what monster is within that field. And so all you have to do here right now is to click tab on the world map and look for Poison Spore. And I'll basically guide you to how to walk there. It's right here, level 26 Poison Spore, which is just northeast of Geffen, which is the town for mages. So we're going to teleport to Geffen, and then from Geffen we're going to walk up 2 maps to this spot here, and we're going to be training at Poison Spore, which is level 26. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just teleport to Prontera, and then Prontera I'll teleport to Geffen. So Prontera. So in Prontera there's a lot of store because most people would pass through the city. And basically this is where everyone opened their store, so you know, if you want to go shopping once you get some money, this is where to go. So Kappa is right here, just a little bit to the right of where we spawned. And we're going to use the teleport service and go to Geffen. Okay, so we're here. This city looks really nice. It's like more advanced. They have, you know, stone tiles as ground instead of sand. So again, first thing you should do before you go train, and if you're going to a new place to train, make sure you don't die, is to save at that place. Oops. So now we're gonna head there. Just have to go the north ones or east, whichever side you want to take. I'm gonna take the east because it's a little closer. Again, if you want, you could use the navigation to do this. So what I can do right now is just go to Poison Spore field, click this, and navigation will take me there. So click. And see, they even picked the east one because they know it's closer. So this is just going to be a little bit of walking. Again, I'll fast forward this so you can see where I'm heading, but you don't have to wait too long. Okay, so I'm at the Poison Spore. Look, right when we enter, they already try to attack us. And there's 4 of them. There's 5 of them. So what I'm going to do here right away is I'm going to try to kite them and use Fireball to see how much damage we deal to them. Okay, so we can one-shot some of them, not fully. Some of them didn't die. But just from that one shot, I already got... Well, let me just get to a safe spot so I can show you how much experience this is. Now, in this place, you can't really rest because they're aggressive. So as soon as you sit down, monsters are going to go towards you and they'll try to kill you. So if you're not capable of, you know, recovering SP that quickly, I recommend going to Ant Hell. But if you are, this spot is pretty good for training because you look how easy it is for us to just gather like 7 or 8 monsters at the time. Okay, I'm safe now. So let's see how much experience we get. So this is actually less experience than Ant Eggs. Just a little bit, but there's a lot more spawns in this map. So rather than killing 5 ant eggs, waiting for like, you know, a few seconds, waiting for them to respawn, this map has so much mushrooms that you can just walk around, gather a bunch of them, and then use Fireball to kill all of them. Now this guy's gonna KS me, so I'm just gonna... Okay, well he took all of my monster. So when you're kiting monster, be careful that other people don't steal all of your monster. Otherwise, you know, what I just did there, I lost all 3 of my mushroom basically. Because he decided to kill steal. Okay, so it gets a lot more difficult to escape from monster hit once there are a couple of them attacking you. If you're being attacked by one, okay, there's slight delay between attacks, so you have a time frame that you can escape. But if you're being attacked by like, let's say 50 monster, your monster is gonna just stutter non-stop and you won't be able to move and you will die. That's basically the easiest way to die, is when you're being mobbed by a lot of monsters and you can't escape. So which is why, like, look, I'm here for a little bit only and I've already lost so much HP. So this field is easy to level, but it's very risky. There's a very high chance that you will not be able to escape from a bunch of mushrooms and you'll die. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to try to level up to level 26. And then we can finally go to the second ending quest and I can change my novice rod to something that's better than, you know, this level 1 weapon. So I'll be right back and I'll see you guys later. Oh my god, I'm being chased by like 20 of these shrooms. Okay, I have to kill them. Oh my god, I'm being poisoned. And there's so much mushroom. Okay, so I just got to job level 26. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Payon. And we're gonna talk to that girl again in Eden group with the orange hair. So I'll see you back when I'm there. Okay, so I'm back in the Eden group. Now I'm gonna talk to the girl and... Okay, they're gonna ask me if I wanted to do another quest. So this one is going to actually take place in Payon. So if you saved at Payon and you didn't die or anything, then you could just use your butterfly wing to come back. If you saved at Geffen, because you were fighting Poison Spore, or you were saved at Morok because you went to End Hell, then just go back to Prontera and teleport back, or you can walk back. So this quest is gonna start in the north of this town. So I'm gonna be walking there and I'll be right back. Okay, so this guy here is gonna be the guy you're gonna talk to. And he's basically going to give you a few quests. I believe there's one or 2 of them. And all you have to do is to take the quest. And this one, it says we have to kill 15 skeletons. And skeleton is basically inside of these Payon Cave. But remember, before you come here, please bring enough potions and fly wing, because a lot of stuff here is actually aggressive, like bats and ghouls. So this guy here is a bunch of skeletons, and they're really weak against fire. So most undead stuff and plants are really weak against fire, which is why I chose Fireball, because fire is basically the best element to have in any situation other than neutral. So I'm gonna kill 15 of these, and I'll be right back. Now I mentioned how in this is called Payon Cave, and basically priests and acolytes are a really good class to train here, because heal not only can heal yourself, but heal can actually damage undead monsters and double monster. I think it's called I forgot what it's called, but heal works on these guys as damaging rather than healing. So if you really want to train, you can actually train here instead of Spore. Okay, I am getting trapped. Run! Ah! Okay, so there you see how like I couldn't move because I was being hit by so many monsters at the same time, and I'm out of SP. So that's why I recommend to bring potion, is because there is a high chance that you might die here. And in those situations where you're stuttering and you cannot move absolutely, what you do is you just go and click butterfly wing. Well, not butterfly wing, the fly wings that teleports you to a random spot on the map, and you're good to go. Okay, I just completed the skeleton quest. And let's see what he wants us to do next. So he just wants us to kill some Poporings, which is those green looking slimes that you saw earlier. And we just have to kill 10 of them. So there's one right here. And I leveled up. Okay, good. So all of my SP recovered. I can continue fighting without stopping. When these bats come to you, like, they're really annoying because they go really fast. And they don't stop biting you until you're dead. So if you can't take care of them, just teleport away, but they're really weak. They usually die to like 1 or 2 hits. And this red one here is basically just those like ringleader. There's a strong one that spawns, and that's basically the same thing as those ringleaders. Okay, I have to teleport. Okay. Okay, so I just finished the second quest. And hopefully this is it. I think it's a 2-step quest. Yep. Okay, we're done. So we can go back to Eden, and this time they're actually gonna give us a new equipment. And I don't have to use this level 1 rod anymore. Okay, so we're back. We're gonna talk to this girl, and we're gonna go into the exact same room that we got our first set of equipments. So right here. Get supplies! I have slots, give me the items. Okay, so we got a new set of weapon, which is this Eden staff. And it gives us 125 magic attack, which is much stronger than this one, because this one's only 32, so I'm definitely going to change it. And they gave us a new boot as well, so I'll wear that as well. And they gave you an upgraded uniform, which actually has more max HP and SP than the previous one. So the next time we can do this Eden quest again will be level 40. At that time, they'll upgrade your weapon, and they'll also upgrade your set of equipments that you got from the first time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to a place at level 29 called the Orc Field. And in that Orc Village field, it's crazy. So earlier we saw how those poison spore can actually spawn so much and starts following you. At Orc Village, basically you can multiply that by like 10. There's so much orcs there that it's like the best training ground. And you can basically train there until you're level 40 or even higher, because in that Orc Village, underground there's a Orc Dungeon, which contains basically those orc people, except they became zombies. So what happened is basically after you train at Orc Dungeon, Orc Field, Orc Village, you can train there until around level 40-ish, or even just 35 if you can handle. Then you could do the Eden quest, get your new set of equipment, and then go to Orc Dungeon. And then from there, you can basically train until your second job. So for this episode, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get a few more levels before I go there from the Payon Dungeon. And then once I hit level 29 or even 30, then I'll head over to Orc Village. Okay, so I'm back. I am now at Geffen Town. So how do we get to the Orc Village? First, you have to go to Geffen, and I'm going to save here just in case, because Orc Village is no joke. I'll show you what I mean. It's crazy how much monster there is within a single map. So usually, you could just walk there, or there's usually a bunch of people sitting here, and these are all priests. And they are really nice. So they just sit here 24/7, and what they do is, you know, some new new player like us, what we do is we could just ask them to teleport us Orc Dungeon, and what they do is they open a portal and they'll send you there. So you can do that and just ask them if you don't want to walk, because most of them are willing to help. Just, you know, politely ask them and they'll open a warp portal for you, and you'll just go through that portal and you'll be at Orc Dungeon. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to walk there in case and again, there's more like mission boards here that you can do to fight, and the mission board for Orc Village starts at level 41, but because of how fast you can level Orc Dungeon, even without these quests, I'm just not going to care about them. You guys can take up some quests, and it starts at 41 to 75. That's where the board is for the Orc Dungeon. And basically, I'm just going to start walking there, and I can show you on the map where it is. It's southwest of Geffen. Just a little bit southwest. It's not really shown here, but right there. You can't really point at it. Okay, it's right there. So what you have to do is you have to first, there's no going south on this town. So what you have to do is you have to go here, go down once, go back, and then go down. That's the only way to get to Geffen Field. So again, I'm going to do the navigation, and then it's going to basically do the exact same path that I stated. You go right down, left down, right, and then down again to get to this field here. And it's basically going to say Orc Warrior if you go tab. And it's for level 44. So why did I come at level 29 is because if you fight any monster that is level 15, well, level 15 and above, I should say level 16 and above, you will get super amount of EXP penalty. And it will not be worth to fight those monsters, but because I'm level 29, I'm exactly within level 15 range, it's going to give us really good experience. So I'm going to speed forward this so you can see where I'm heading, but you guys don't have to wait long before I get to Orc Village. Okay, so we're here at Orc Village, and immediately there's two monsters that attacked me. Okay, I was forced to walk backwards because of that. This place is no joke. You'll see how much monster there is. I'm just gonna walk to a safe place and continue this. So immediately, you can start fighting, and you can see how much mobs there is. It's crazy, look at this. The whole village is here just to kill you. If you feel you're under level, feel free to go train at like the Poison Spore and other places that we've been training before coming here. Because these guys are strong. Look, I already leveled up from this. I just entered the village. It's crazy. Monster just comes non-stop, they keep attacking you. This is a really good place to train, simply because there's non-stop amount of monster that just comes towards you. So if you feel like you're not ready, do not come here because you're gonna need so much potions, so much fly wings. Oh my god. These monsters are scaring me. It's interrupting interrupting my talking. It's making me scared, you know. If I just die, I have to walk all over again. Okay, so let me show you a safe place, which is right here. Let me just kill this mob, and then... Okay. So, just from that, walking into a safe place. So right here, I should go back to the map outside to show you where it is. So in the top left corner, you see a bag here, there's a Kafra. This Kafra doesn't actually save for you. This Kafra only helps you store stuff. So if you want to get some potion from a different character, feel free to do that. Because if you wanted to buy potions, just create a different character, put the potions in the storage, and you don't have to walk all the way back into town just to buy potions. Okay, so top left corner right here, it's a safe place. So if you ever needed to recover your SP or your HP, feel free to just sit here. This house is actually for the Eden, which you're going to be coming here for level 40. So this girl is going to be here. So again, I'm going to train until I am job level 40. Then hopefully we can job advance into a wizard. Okay, I just had to show you how crazy this map is. Look at this. This person just died here. And I'm being chased by a lot of monsters. So if you get touched once and you stutter, then it's over. Oh my god, why can't I use skill? What is this? Ah, leave! Leave, 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 leave! Okay, okay. I am flying away. I don't want to risk it. Plus, you can see, the amount of mob here is crazy. So if you have any AoE skill, like Fireball for example, getting to level 40, job level 40, for your second job is not hard at all because of this map. Now, what do you do if you don't have AoE skills? So classes like Thief and Merchant. Merchant has one AoE called Card Revolution, but let's say classes that doesn't have AoE, what do? Well, you still have to come, but make sure you don't fight like me. Like right now, I'm trying to drag as much monster as possible. But there's a guy here, which is a thief. What she's doing right now is she's just fighting one by one. And of course, that's going to be much slower than gathering a group and killing all of them with an AoE. But classes like Thief don't have AoE, which is why it's difficult. It's harder to level up, which is why I didn't recommend it in the starting class. Even though it's one of the best soloing classes because of that. Because it's hard to level compared to like Hunter, Warrior, which all of them actually has AoE. Okay, I just wanted to show you how crazy this is. Look at how much monster there is. It's like ants crawling towards you. Look at this, it's crazy. Oh my god, I don't want to get touched, I don't want to get touched. Don't touch me, don't touch me. It's non-stop waves of monsters that just keeps coming. But it's okay. As long as we keep our distance, we should be fine. Now, I forgot to mention that this map has a boss monster called Orc Lord. And you gotta be careful of that one. You see it again, Flywing. But it doesn't spawn that often because a lot of people here kill that boss. So most of the time we'll be fine. But if you're lucky enough, again, to see the boss spawn right after it's killed. So how boss works in this game is after you kill it, they go into a tomb formation. And the tomb just stays there until after a certain amount of time, and then the boss respawns. And then how that works is, after it respawns, unless people come and kill it, it's just gonna roam around this map. And if noobs are lucky enough to see that monster, then they die. So be careful of that. Whenever you see something that's not right, that doesn't look like these normal orcs here, just fly wing away, just to be safe. Okay, so I just got to base level 40 and job level 40, so there's two options here. We can do the first, do the editing quest first to get equipment, or we can job advance first. Now, job level actually goes up to 50, but you can job advance to level 40, and the only differences here is that if you decide to get more job levels, you have more skill points. That's really important late game, but right now, because we didn't rebirth yet. So what is rebirth? So after you get to second job and you got to base level 99 and job level 70, you actually have to, well, you have an option. You could rebirth or go into third job. But it's always recommended that you go to rebirth, because what that does is after you rebirth, you literally rebirth. You go back to base level 1 and job level 1. But the difference here is once you get your second job, so you have to go through gold mages again, pick up mages, and after you become a mage, you go and become your wizard again, but then it wouldn't be called wizard anymore. So your second job class actually changes name. And for a wizard, if you rebirth and then you go to second job again, it will be called a high wizard. And what that does is it gives you a bunch more new skills that's not shown here as a wizard. So the advantage of rebirthing is you actually get more skill and then you could go to third job. And I always recommend that you go rebirth. It's not worth it to just go to third job without these rebirth skill because most of them are actually super important. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to conclude this episode, and then in the next episode I'm going to job advance, and I'm going to also get the editing equipment. And I'll show you guys how to do both of those in the next episode. And thanks for watching again. I'll see you in the next one.